Is the new album from Filter, The Algorithm, worth a listen? Let's find out. Hey everybody, it's Nick here with you. Welcome back to the Rock Squad channel. Welcome to my rock album review for the brand new album from Filter. It's called The Algorithm. Before we get to it, guys, if you love to rock out as much as we do here on the Rock Squad channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. Make sure to like this video. We'd appreciate that. And make sure to share this video online with your friends and fellow rock fans. The Algorithm is Filter's 8th studio record and the follow-up to 2016's Crazy Eyes. And I would say I'm a moderate Filter fan. I've listened to plenty of Filter throughout my life. I'm more of a fan of their 90s and 2000s output more than anything recent. When I think of Filter, I think of obviously the record Title of Record from 1999, which was their big breakthrough, as well as the first record Short Bus and the Amalgamate. That was a great record as well. And I love Filter's contributions to the two X-Files soundtracks back in the 90s, Songs in the Key of X and the X-Files Fight the Future soundtrack. Yeah, when it comes to Filter, I love songs like Welcome to the Fold. I think that's a kick-ass rock song. Take a Picture, obviously, The Best Things, Hey Man, Nice Shot, and their cover of Three Dog Night's One, which was featured on the X-Files soundtrack. Great track. And of course, Filter's Richard Patrick is the brother of actor Robert Patrick, known for his role as John Doggett on the X-Files, but also the T-1000 from Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Have you seen this boy?
That's right. I worked two Wayne's World clips into my reviews this weekend for Filter and Alice Cooper. So I'm pretty proud of myself. So yes, I do love me some Filter, but I have to admit it has been a while since I've listened to a full Filter album. So I have to say I was really looking forward to checking out The Algorithm. And The Algorithm, for better or for worse, has the sound you want from Filter. It's a mix of rock guitars and industrial and electronic elements. They do a great mix of that with a touch of political themes that Richard Patrick always puts into his lyrics. And the previous name of this album, as far as I know, I could be corrected, was They've Got Us Right Where They Want Us, at Each Other's Throats. But they decided to go with another kind of political title, another very timely title with The Algorithm. And overall, the album is a bit of a mixed bag. There are some stronger tracks, there are some weaker tracks, there are some cool guitar licks on here on songs like Up Against the Wall and Obliteration and Threshing Floor. So there's plenty to enjoy in the guitar department, which was always important for me on any record. And there are some great industrial electronic elements as well on tracks like Be Careful What You Wish For, which reminds me of a Nine Inch Nails song, which is no surprise because Richard Patrick used to be a member of Nine Inch Nails back in their early days. The thing with Filter is melody and songwriting wise, I'm not sure if Richard Patrick and the band have the same ability that they used to craft really catchy songs. There are some catchy moments on this record, but songs like the opener, The Drowning, should have more impact. That said, some tracks on The Algorithm do have catchy hooks to go along with all the heavy riffs and the electronic beats, especially tracks like For the Beaten, which has a definite active rock radio quality to it, definite radio potential, as well as Obliteration, which was also released as a single. I also thought that Summer Child was a really hooky, catchy track that stood above a lot of the other tracks on the record. But then that said, there are some really weak tracks here where neither really the songwriting or the production are that great on songs like Say It Again. And I still think that Richard Patrick is a strong vocalist, but he tries to hit some high notes on here that he would have gotten to in his younger days. But on this record, it sounds like he's straining a little bit to hit those really high notes that he wants to hit. But he does sound great on some of the tracks on this record, including Obliteration, For the Beaten, and on the ballad of the album. You know, every album needs a ballad, Burn Out the Sun, which I thought was a great track. My girlfriend Danielle, actually, we were listening to the album together, and when she heard some of these songs, she said some of the songs sound like other hard rock bands like Chevelle and Audioslave, and I did get that vibe as well. She was totally correct, particularly on tracks like Up Against the Wall, and I totally agree with that, getting some of those Audioslave and Chevelle kind of vibes, especially with the guitar sound as well. Overall, I would say my favorite tracks from The Algorithm, the ones that really stood out to me, were For the Beaten, Up Against the Wall, Obliteration, Summer Child, which I really loved, and Burn Out the Sun. And special shout out to the last track on the album, Command Z, which is like Take a Picture part 2 with the lyrics in the chorus. Dig the lyrics in here. That's why I want to be high as a motherfucker. Love it. It was actually a really cool track and a closer to the album. Dug the lyrics, dug Richard Patrick's honesty. He's this far into his career and he can say whatever the fuck he wants. Overall, I think that The Algorithm is a decent record. It's got some strong songs on it. It's got some weak songs on it. I wouldn't say that it's a classic or one of my favorite rock records of 2023. It's well done, but I think it's missing that extra element that makes it special. Some of the production falls flat. The songs are pretty by the numbers Filter. here. But I think if you're a Filter fan, you should be pretty happy with it. I'm a moderate Filter fan. I don't think there's a lot of songs on here that I really go back to, but I did enjoy some of the tracks on the record. So I'm going to give the new album from Filter called The Algorithm a 2 out of 5. And that is it, guys. That is my rock album review for the new album from Filter called The Algorithm. Let me know what you thought of the record in the comments below. Make sure to like this video. Make sure to subscribe to us here on the Rock Squad channel if you love to rock out to pretty much anything. We talk about all genres of rock music on here. We talk about hard rock, metal, indie rock, modern rock, alt rock, classic rock, pretty much anything. I love it all. So we'll talk about it here on the Rock Squad channel. Check us out on social media. You can check us out on Instagram and TikTok at Rock Squad Pod. But I'll see you guys again for another rock album review here on the channel. Until then, rock on, everybody.